So, I think I might have mentioned previously that it never fails whenever I stop my Ancestry.com subscription, I always get questions about genealogy. And I had started to tell you about that because I've had two now. And the first one was a gentleman who wanted information of somebody that I had on in my tree. He was related and everything, and I told him, I'm sorry, I don't have my Ancestry subscription right now. Excuse me while I hasten my dying. And so I can't do any research for you involving any records or DNA or anything like that. He said, that's okay. He said, just give me your Venmo or something and I'll pay the subscription. And I thanked him because that's a very generous offer, you know, to pay for a month so that I can do the research. But it felt uncomfortable because back in the day, I also had the reputation of being someone who scammed money from people, which I did not do knowingly. I did not set out to do it. And I don't know, it just all got mixed up with the lying and the stuff that's washed in the past, washed in the blood behind me. I'm very careful now to make sure that no one misinterprets my intention. My intention is never to ask for money in any other way than saying, I need help. Could you help me? Because I did a GoFundMe once here at home because Bruce was just, oh, it was hard. I needed out of here. So I said, I need help. Everybody's doing GoFundMe. Could somebody GoFund me so I can get out of here? And then afterwards, I didn't let it go on very long because it just felt wrong when I did it. So people had donated. I sent them back their money and closed it down. Anyway, so I said, you know, you don't have to do that. That's not necessary at all. Thank you for your generous offer, but I can't accept. Good luck on your search. And then he wrote back, he said, no, seriously, just give me your Venmo. I'll gladly pay $40 for you to have a month subscription. And I just never answered. It's still languishing there in a folder called Genealogy in my email program. And I will never accept that offer. But this second time was a lady, I think, who was asking about information on a particular line that's very close to me, and she would be a close cousin. So I have genealogy Facebook groups for my genealogy lines of research. And I posted the particulars. This woman her mother had been conceived in Germany by her mother and a serviceman, a U.S. serviceman in 1947. And apparently he knew about the daughter, the daughter. This woman's mother is, because the woman is looking for information on her biological grandfather. Yes. Anyway, so I posted the information in the appropriate genealogy Facebook group for that name, that line, that all the DNA matches were to. That was the secret. She said, I have these matches to these people, and I don't know anything about them, but I'm looking. My mom was born in Germany, and that information, I'm not being clear. Anyway. And one of the members, and actually ended up being her half-nephew? Half-cousin. Because this woman's mother and this gentleman from the Facebook group are half-siblings. So that would make them half cousins. He said that the story had been in the family for a very long time, but nobody had been told because everyone was sworn to secrecy. And so as not to hurt the biological grandfather's wife. Anyway. And when I spoke to the gentleman from the Facebook group, he was very excited. Was going to call his father, who would be this woman's uncle, half uncle, and let him know that the stories were true and that here's all the information. And the gentleman from the Facebook group said, give her my phone number and give her my email address and tell her to contact me because we have a lot to talk about. And I thought that was just so wonderful. And it almost feels like I stayed alive until today so that I could facilitate this, which is really nice. And I don't need any, I'm not going, ooh, yay me. It's wonderful the way genealogy works out that way. It really is. And what's funny, on a side note, is the tarot readings the last 2 days have been about the ancestors are trying to get a message to you. The ancestors are guiding you to this and that. And that's the funny thing, it's ancestors. It's ancestors. So it's just kind of weird how everything is all, the synchronicity of everything lately is just so weird. Yesterday, I was in bed watching my iPad, taking a break from smoking, and I heard a dog bark. And I looked out the window, my bedroom window. Bruce was working on he's pulled logs up from the creek to cut up for the, and dry out over the summer to feed the wood stove. And I looked out the window, lifted the blinds, and there's a dog that looked just like my dog Keely for a minute. My dog Keely was a German Shepherd. We got her when she was a puppy. And playing with Bruce, letting Bruce pet him, and it was a him. The dog was a him, and it just felt like it was Keely for a minute. And somebody had said in a reading that not for a collective reading, but that there was an animal, a dog, that was in someone's kitchen, a ghost dog, didn't like, the man of the house, but just loved the woman, and that was Keely to a T, and that the dog is really happy. I think it was about, do pets reincarnate, do pets cross over, yes they do is what was said, and that was said. In fact, someone's got a dog in their house, and it goes from a bedroom to the kitchen, and there's a man in the house, and doesn't like the man anyway. It's just so weird. And then yesterday, I saw a dog look like Keely, a real dog. Really friendly, happy dog. Bruce was having a good time. Dog wouldn't come to Bruce right away, but I don't know, it was just kind of odd. Just kind of odd how life works out that way. So, that's my story, my genealogy story, and my spirit story, and gotta stay open. You've just gotta stay open. Have a good day.